As the girl was wiping her face, she suddenly felt something strange. She noticed that the acne marks she had for the past 30 years were starting to fade. At first, she thought her eyes were fooling her, so she wiped her face again with the towel. But this time, the marks had completely disappeared. Seeing this, the girl immediately became suspicious that something was wrong. Actually, 2 hours earlier, her father had hit a strange animal with his car while driving. It looked like a small white horse, but there was a shining, sharp horn on its forehead, which clearly showed that it was a unicorn. People believe that whoever sees a unicorn becomes lucky for an entire year, but the girl couldn't understand whether she should call the police or not. Just then, her father smashed the unicorn's head with an iron rod, and both of their clothes were soaked in blood. Maybe the changes happening in their bodies were because of that unicorn. Just like the girl, her father also felt after a while that his eyes were getting better. Now, when he put on his glasses, everything looked blurry, but without the glasses, he could see everything clearly. The father was preparing the will of a very rich cancer patient. Suddenly, the car started shaking violently. Everyone ran outside to see what was happening, and the most shocking thing was that the dead unicorn had come back to life. It was trying to get out of the car when a woman shot it and injured it. The father told everyone the truth, that they had hit the unicorn with their car, and after that their bodies had started changing. The rich man immediately understood that the unicorn had the power to heal. He made a decision like a madman. He decided to replace his own blood with the unicorn's blood. On the rich man's orders, the doctors crushed the unicorn's horn, boiled it in water, and then mixed it into his IV drip. The next day, a miracle happened. He was completely cured and looked even stronger than before. Now he became greedy and started planning to turn the unicorn into powder and make millions. But the girl was scared. She went to her room. She started searching for information about unicorns. She found out that in ancient times, people used to make medicine from unicorns. But later, all of them were cursed and died mysteriously. But the rich man refused to believe any of this. He ordered the unicorn's body to be packed. Suddenly, the power went out, and the entire mansion was plunged into darkness. At that moment, one of the doctors was killed by someone with a horn. The unicorn's family had returned. Terrifying sounds were coming from outside. The guards started shooting, but the unicorns were very powerful. They crushed the guards' heads. Then the father realized that these unicorns were the parents of the little baby unicorn that had been killed earlier. Even then, the rich man wanted to catch them, but the next moment, the unicorns killed him too. The girl suggested returning the baby's body to its parents, but the rich man's son turned out to be cunning. He first cut the baby unicorn's spine and then sent the body outside. The unicorn parents were shattered when they saw this, but in their anger, they became even more dangerous. They killed the rich man's servant as well. Everyone got scared and hid inside the mansion, but the rich man's son grabbed the girl and took her hostage to lure the unicorns out. As soon as the unicorns arrived, they showed their terrifying teeth, but suddenly, they calmed down and lay gently in the girl's lap, because they understood that the girl was pure-hearted. Suddenly, someone attacked, and the girl's father was injured. Seeing this, the girl started crying. But then the unicorn parents struck their horns together, and a bright light spread out, as if some kind of magic had exploded. And then a miracle happened. Suddenly, the girl's father came back to life. Even the little baby unicorn was revived.